Hello everyone, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of Make New Meg, a pre-owned clothing boutique. Today we will be discussing the process of how this whole idea started and developed into a solid and researched business plan. This presentation includes the business idea as a whole, the first version of the business model canvas, the first and second round of primary research, changes made from the first business model to the second version, and lastly, how the business will go to market. Make New Meg is a pre-owned clothing boutique. Now how exactly does that work? These unique items are sourced in a variety of different ways like thrifting, client consignment, and through donations. The items are selected carefully based off style, material, condition, and brand, and sometimes even sizing. Like for example with this sweater. The brand is Smartwool, which is a sought-after brand by many who enjoy doing outdoor activities. It's popular because they use materials like wool, which keep you warm in the colder months. The style can also be a leading factor into something selling. The clothing is then processed by steaming and laundering items to prepare them to be photographed. Each item is then photographed by taking clear and descriptive images, including measurements, material content, and flaws if there are any. Once the items are photographed in batches, they are then uploaded and listed online at market value to multiple platforms. As you can see, the photo to the left is an example of a listing completed by myself. It has clear photos, a simple description, a title optimized to reach buyers, and measurements are also included. Items are then added to either an inventory system or a storefront where buyers can shop in person. The item will either sell online and is shipped anywhere worldwide, or it's purchased at the storefront. Now that we've reviewed the idea, it's time to review the business model canvas. The first section is the value proposition, which includes pre-owned men's and women's clothing, cost-effective options for buyers, delivered directly to the buyer's door, and marketed so the buyer feels like they're receiving a brand new item. The customer relationships include clear item information, excellent customer service, delivering high-quality products, and allowing returns. The channels include online sales platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and Facebook, social media marketing, and online selling only. The customer segments include 3 in total. The first one is a female aged 15 to 30 who is a student, is likely single, and enjoys trendy clothing. The second is female ages 30 to 50, married, has kids, and likes reliable clothing. And the third is male ages 40 to 60 who has a family, enjoys outdoor utility clothing. And then we're going to move to the key partners to the very left, which includes the suppliers who are thrift stores and consignment clients, a virtual and in-person employee, and Amazon for shipping supplies and customer supplies. The key activities include sourcing items, steaming and laundering, photographing, listing online, and shipping. The key resources include low cost of goods, a laptop, storage unit, photo equipment, and transportation for sourcing and shipping. The cost structure includes fixed costs, which are the storage rentals, the employees, your fees from online marketing platforms, and the variable costs include vehicle transportation, cost of product source, and shipping supplies. And lastly, we have the revenue streams, which are the product market rate of each item, the local sales from social media, and delivery fees. When preparing for the primary research with customers, some of the questions that I had in mind were, have you ever shopped online for clothing? Have you ever worn or purchased pre-owned clothing? Are you more likely to shop online or in-store for clothing? Have you ever done clothing consignment or buyouts? And what's the most you would spend on a pre-owned item? This led me to gaining important discoveries that changed my business model canvas for the better. When performing this research with potential customers, I talked to 36 people in total, divided into 2 different situations. The first set of research was performed at a family wedding to a wide variety of ages and genders. When discussing my questions with people, it was clear that the younger and female group of people were most willing to shop for pre-owned clothing. This is when I decided to change the target customer to females ages 15 to 50. The second set of research was performed at Value Village, which was a little bit scary to go out in the wild. And also, I chatted with some of my friends in the online thrifting community. I talked to the target customers of ages 15 to 50 who were females, and it was pretty clear that there's a strong market for both online and in-person pre-owned shopping. On one hand, the people who prefer online shopping usually know the style or size or brand of the item that they're seeking, so it's easier for them to just shop online. And on the other hand, there are people who prefer the shopping in person, and they enjoy trying on stuff, searching for unique items, and they enjoy the browsing aspect. This is when I decided it would be a great idea to add the storefront aspect to the business model. So now we have the second version of the business model canvas, and you can see where the changes were made with the highlighted sections. So the main change to the highlighted sections is the fact of adding the storefront to everything. So those are all the little highlights in each section that has the orange underline as well. And otherwise, the only other difference that was made was removing the third target of males from ages 40 to 60 from the customer segments section. So that was the only other difference, other than adding the storefront. So now, what is next? How are we going to take this business to market? And the few slides ahead are what I'm considering and how we're going to get to that point. So this business is currently operating full-time, online only, and sales are pretty consistent. There are at least 10 items a day listed on 2 to 3 platforms depending on the item. I'm happy with their current processes in place, and I feel strongly that when the business is ready to scale, that there are good processes in place to train employees to do the job efficiently and effectively. So my main problem right now is that I'm running out of space to store items, which is obviously an issue. This means I need to start marketing to different locations and promoting items more often. I'm currently underusing social media and need to start using it more frequently. Once I begin to sell more, it will be easier to have finances to hire additional help. Since the financial aspect of having a storefront is so high, it will likely be a while until I can open a shop within the HRM. Ideally, I would love to have a store in the Halifax Peninsula or downtown Dartmouth area. And once I gain a good chunk of savings from the current business operations, I'm looking forward to pursuing this new adventure.